David here, Halloween 2021. Given what day it is, and given that I've talked on this subject before, I'm going to go ahead and break it down for you. The movie that you want to watch that will strongly support my argument, and sadly, it's only in science fiction these times. Right now, it's horror. Paranormal Activity, The Ghost Dimension. That is to say, I'm talking about trans-temporal communication. They put a tape on from 1988 with these little girls that are psychic apparently, and one of them is in a trance, like, even rocking back and forth, eyes closed like that, and basically describing the room as the way it is that the next family that's there watching the videos of the last family, uh, how they decorated it. So she's like, oh yeah, there's a bird above the closet, there's butterflies, there's a tent in the room, and it's the way that they have it 20 years later. But we don't know that stuff. Now, here's what's funny. Watching the movie, I've never seen anybody say, oh, that's all that it is, trans-temporal communication. My question to you is why? Why haven't we been able to figure it out? It's obvious to me. But then again, it's all science fiction and horror, so right now it looks like I'm just an idiot that's too engrossed in the television. But I ask you to just say, what if, truly, and take a look at it and think to yourself, isn't that a remarkable coincidence along with EVPs and ESP stuff in real life, which is what these things are based off of? I believe in the future that we will have access to black hole particles that we will be making in labs or warehouses or whatever, and it will be manipulating the space-time curvature, and we will, like the movie Paycheck, and we will be able to see around the curvature of space-time. I believe these areas are already affected by the black holes that we haven't even created yet, because I believe that a black hole is it's a permanent thing. So where it will be is already affecting where it wasn't yet. So where it will be, that whole area, like Point Pleasant, West Virginia, obviously a black hole. Skinwalker Ranch, obviously a black hole. Rio de Janeiro, the very same thing. There's a few other places that come to mind that remind me of the very same thing. This is my argument, that it's not ghosts, that it's transtemporal, that it may include a black hole, that quantum entanglement's involved, that the spirit of each person is indeed accessible via, well, that's down the road. We have to get to the point where we're actually manipulating black holes to get to the spirit of a human being. But in general, I just want you all to realize that it is glaringly obvious that we are going to head somewhere that the future's promised. Tomorrow's promised. That's all I'm saying. So let's get along, because the world gets a lot better, and then we get to worlds with respect to Mars, and then moons outside of Jupiter and Saturn, and apparently Venus. But that's a lot of work, so thousands of years later. So, God willing, sooner than later. But alright, cheers and willing.